This is why China is so afraid of having what's happening to the Uyghurs be labeled a genocide. Because as soon as that happens, you can't treat the Chinese Communist Party as if it's a legitimate government. So they're fighting hard against any attempts to label what's happening to the Uyghurs genocide.
What I don't understand is how can the State Department Human Rights Report say there is genocide happening in China, and then that's not enough for the U.S. government to be like, what's happening in Xinjiang is a genocide?
Oh, like you want to hear like Biden say it.
Well, no, but I mean, like, it's like if the State Department officially writes that in a report, like, then it's the U.S. government, including the current administration, acknowledging that there is genocide.
I mean,
right?
Who reads a State Department report?
Us. We read it. And then we put it on screen in a China Uncensored episode. And now we're talking about it again on China Unscripted. This is three places.
Our podcast is really,
Shelley, several people listen to this podcast.
Well, Matt, it's important to present the counter argument. So for the argument that China is not committing genocide, we turn to CGTN. Take it away.
Well, Michelle, frankly speaking, not much, because I left no stone unturned, but still couldn't find any trace of genocide. So I think what United States said in its human rights report saying that China has a genocide here was a total smear to China. And the reason why they said such is probably they actually did that in their own history. And based on their own historical experiences with some imagination and association, they think one's economic development would have to be at a cost of someone else or even sacrifice. Well, we still remember that in their history, they had inhumane treatment to black people under slavery system, as well as they killed numerous indigenous in Indiana indigenous people back then. So that's a massacre in the United States history, but that's definitely not what is happening in China. I am also joined by a Uyghur gentleman whose name is Mai Tizunong. Please come here. And he's going to tell us his experience in Xinjiang, especially in Kashi, where he is from. 祖农先生你好，我想问问看你啊，就是您在这个地方，你自己的这个宗教信仰和文化有没有得到尊重？
To'g'il normal besh vaqt namozga xotirjam kirib chiqa olamiz.
他怎么说？
他说五四礼拜是他正常进行的。
So he said all his regular religious activities and his regular praise are undergoing regularly and being respected. So Michelle, you can see, with us is a very prosperous Arikan Square, and this is exactly what is happening in Kashgar. There's definitely no genocide, so to speak. So Michelle, back to you.
So what do you think of that, Michelle?
Are you calling me Michelle?
I'm not calling you Michelle.
Okay. I liked how she was like, oh, there is no genocide, so to speak. Back to you, Michelle. Yeah, this clip actually shows the two main propaganda narratives that the CCP is going with in terms of the fighting back against genocide thing. Mm-hmm. One is that all of these foreign countries and foreign companies, they're maliciously lying and spreading rumors. It's not true. There's no genocide.
China.
Yes, there's no genocide in Xinjiang. And then the second thing is that, America had slavery and also killed a bunch of American Indians, Native Americans. That's basically the two prongs of this attack. One is that there's no genocide, and two, America is bad.
Which is clever propaganda because, technically that part is true. America did have slavery. America did treat the Native Americans, kind of awfully, horribly. And so by using that, that kind of puts you the instinct is to go on the defensive of oh, well, no, it suddenly becomes about us instead of the issue at hand, which is the current genocide of Uyghurs happening.
Yeah, so this is they're going full court press with this particular propaganda offensive right now. So they cannot have this be something that's accepted. And I think they thought that they could just kind of quietly get away with genociding.
They kind of got away with spreading the coronavirus around the world.
Or they got away with basically doing the same thing to Falun Gong for 20 years.
Yeah.
Or, like, how long was it after the Tiananmen Square massacre before, like, the Bush administration was like, it's going to be okay, So they've gotten away with it in the past. So I think they thought that they were going to be just able to quietly genocide, in the background. But hey, everybody go look at the Winter Olympics in 2022 in Beijing.
And they were wrong because nobody likes the Winter Olympics.
That's true. They just need the Summer Olympics again.
Yes.
So it's just, they thought they were going to be able to get away with it. And then suddenly, wait a minute, actual countries are talking about it. The US is talking about it. The EU is talking about it. They're actually sanctioning us. This is not okay. So how do they fight back? By punishing foreign companies.